And as it boils more, it will thicken up slightly, so the consistency should end up being just right. Okay, so the next step, now that we have our dal boiled, is to make a tomato gravy for it. So what I have here is about 1.5 medium-sized tomatoes chopped up, any kind, it doesn't matter. And so the first step is let's heat just a little bit of oil in a pot, very little. I would say like a tablespoon or something. You don't need a lot. And you have a choice now. Let me show you what very traditionally an Indian spice container would look like. You have the choice of using cumin seeds as a base or mustard seeds. My mom usually uses mustard seeds, so that's what I'm used to, so that's what I'm going to use. But my grandmother uses cumin seeds, so it's really your call. I guess I would say use mustard seeds. So once your oil is sufficiently heated, just drop some in. Now these will, when these get hot, oh, they'll pop everywhere. So just keep a lid nearby. Add. I really like mustard seeds, so I add a lot. But it's your call. So once they've kind of finished popping, let's turn down the stove a little bit because they're going everywhere. Now, okay, they're popping. The next thing you need to add to the oil is some turmeric, and I'll show you what turmeric looks like. Very orange, and it will stain, so try not to get it everywhere. So I would say about a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Oh crap, and I just spilled it on my counter. And the next thing you're going to add is a spice which not many people may know about. This is called asafoetida powder, and in Gujarati we call it hing. I really like it too, so this is something else I add quite a bit of, but really you should probably just add like a very small amount, like a pinch, so if you can see how much I'm putting in. It's a very small amount, probably even less than this. So I add that. And now that we've got this all in, I'm going to toss the tomatoes in. And it may make a bit of a splash, so don't get scared. I'm making a mess. So put this on your stove. And basically you just want to cook these tomatoes to a point where they melt down somewhat and it becomes like a gravy. To the gravy we're also going to add all the other spices required. So I'll just add that all in right now, all at the same time. So the first thing you're going to add is jaggery. So this again is an Indian type of sugar. It's extracted from the sugarcane plant. This would be available at the Indian grocery store. If you can't find jaggery, just use regular sugar. So this is how much jaggery I'm going to add to this gravy. So I would think that this is probably the equivalent of about 1 tablespoon of sugar. So add the jaggery. Add salt. That's something I forgot to add. To the dal itself, to the dal mixture, add about 1 tablespoon of salt. Not a heaping tablespoon, but just about 1 tablespoon. That's also to taste. If you like being saltier, then add more. Just turn the stove off on this. Next, we're going to add some red chili to the gravy. That's what it looks like. like things very spicy, so I'm just going to add maybe 1/4 teaspoon. That's about it. Next, what I'm going to add is this mixture, and this is basically a mixture of coriander powder and cumin powder. This is available at the Indian grocery store, but for those of you that are going to go to a Western store, you can just buy coriander powder and cumin seed powder separately, and you want to add equal amounts of that to the gravy. So if you're adding the powder separately, add about 1/4 teaspoon of each. I'm just going to add both at the same time. Next, we want to add some ginger. I have ginger already pureed. If you're buying it fresh, that's even better. Add about a heaping teaspoon of ginger to the gravy. And that's about it. So you want to mix this all up and give it time to, give the jaggery time to melt down, give the tomatoes some time to melt down and become kind of a bit like a paste. Okay, so now our tomato gravy is ready. You can see that it's really condensed down into a paste-like form and the tomatoes have melted. So all that you have to do now is take this tomato mixture and just combine it with the dal. Just make sure you get it all out. Whoops. Mix it, and so pretty much at this point we need to add lemon. I have half a lemon. Oh, I have about half a lemon here. I'd just probably say squeeze this all in. So that's what I'm going to do. Unless you don't like a pronounced lemon taste, but again I do, so. The other thing, which is optional at this point, is you can shred some fresh garlic into here. Okay, so here's our finished product. I've added the lemon. I'm opting out of the garlic. And it's ready to serve. You can, traditionally people would eat this with rice, naan, whatever you'd like. So that's how you make Moog Dal, commonly known in the Western world as 4 lentil soup.